Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back or to get over your ex. This week, I want to talk about the signs that your breakup is not permanent. If you've been broken up with or you had to break up with someone, then you're probably hoping that your breakup is only temporary, that it's just a little blip on the radar and that you will soon be getting back together. Well, maybe you will. Maybe you won't. So stay tuned and I'll tell you the signs. But first, I want to welcome back my beautiful No Contact Army. If you have downloaded my app Silencio, the link is underneath every single video and podcast, then please leave a rating or a review. And if you too would like to join our No Contact Army, all you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read our manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. Okay, so be sure to stay tuned till the end because I have a bonus sign that your breakup is not permanent that I can pretty much guarantee you have never heard anywhere else before. Okay, so the first sign is mixed messages. Mixed messages means that they are confused about their feelings for you. They're fighting an internal battle between their head and their heart. And maybe soon they will give into their feelings and take you back. So how do I define mixed messages? It means that one day it seems like they miss you and think the breakup was a mistake, but then the next day they ignore you or they say they're going to stick by their decision. So you can't figure out what it is. One day it's yes, one day it's no. Those are mixed messages. We've all had them. Even when dating, we get mixed messages sometimes, right? So we know what they are. Okay, the next one is that you broke up in the heat of an argument. So it was either a fake breakup on your part or their part. One of you said, "We're done, it's over." But what you really meant was, "I'm really angry right now and I want to hurt you, and this is the only way I know how." So if your ex did that to you, then they were hoping that you would try to stop them, but instead you called their bluff and said, "Okay." And now they're temporarily staying away because of ego and pride. But because they didn't really mean it and they're no longer angry, at some point they're not going to be angry, right? It's going to be hard for them to stay away for very long. So expect to hear from them. The next sign that your breakup is only temporary is that the breakup was because of the situation and not because of anything inherently wrong with either you or your partner, or that you or your partner did, meaning that maybe right now it's long distance, but they're going to be moving to your same city in a few months, or they just got out of a long-term relationship or a marriage, and even though you guys got along great, they're just not ready for a commitment. So it's more of a matter of situation than anything wrong with you or them. So it's a matter of right person, wrong time. Meaning that if there's a chance that things change in the future, or when things change in the future, then they will come looking for you. The next sign is that they are emotional around you or showing pain and loneliness. So they're on an emotional roller coaster because they're still not over you. And sometimes they are posting sad songs or sad memes, hoping that you'll reach out to them if you see them and hoping that you'll see them. And so this is also why I tell you guys not to post sad songs or memes, because they'll know you're still interested. So if you're in no contact, you can't post sad songs or memes. But if you see your ex doing them, then they are still emotionally invested in you, and there's a good chance you'll hear from them and they will want to come back. So if you're finding this video helpful so far, please give it a like. That way YouTube can tell everyone else that this is a good video to listen to, and we can help some other people figure out whether their breakup is permanent or temporary. Okay, the next sign is that your ex is still angry at you. Again, that means that they are still invested in you. So unless you cheated or did something really bad to them, they are hurt. And this is actually a positive sign if your ex is angry. I did a video on exes who are angry, and I'll put the link in the upper right-hand corner. And people are often afraid. It's like, oh, my ex is angry. I'm scared. Don't be scared. An angry ex is an ex that is much easier to get back. They didn't want to break up with you, but they felt they had no choice, and that's why they're angry. Because if you had just acted right, they wouldn't have had to break up with you. That's what they're thinking. So if you thought that they were totally done with you, then don't worry. If they're still angry, they are not totally done with you. Remember, the opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The next sign that it is a temporary breakup is that they are asking mutual friends about you. So they're fishing for info to see if you're dating someone new, how you're feeling, and just kind of take the temperature and see if you take them back, if you would reconsider, if they do reach out. So they're indirectly sending you a message through the friends. They figure that your friends will probably tell you that they asked about you, and they're hoping that you'll say, oh, well, maybe I'll reach out and say hi. But of course, you're not going to do that because you joined the no contact army, and we don't allow that. Because if they were totally done, they would probably not be asking mutual friends about you because they wouldn't want to give you any false hope. If they're curious, there's still some interest there, so it's quite possibly a temporary breakup. The seventh sign that your breakup is temporary is that your ex is jealous when they find out that you are seeing someone new. And I actually recently got an email from someone who was the dumper, and he was fine being the dumper for a while until he found out that his ex was dating someone new, and all of a sudden he's like, I want her back. I want her back. And the message when they find out that you're dating someone new, the message you're sending is that you're happy without them and that you're not afraid to move on. And now, if they want you back, they know it's going to be harder to get you back. This is why I use the drink trick, because it implies that there's someone else, and if they're still interested, then they will get jealous and you'll hear from them. So your ex getting jealous is a good sign, because again, if they were totally over you, they wouldn't care. They'd be like, good, let them date someone else, let them be someone else's problem. And then finally, the bonus sign, and this is for women only, and you'll understand why when I tell you. So this applies to if you're a woman and you broke up with your ex because after being together for several years, okay, it's not just 6 months, not just a year, but several years, they still do not want to get married, okay? Your boyfriend still does not want to get married. So I've discovered, and it's not scientifically, but just in my own random search, that the majority of people who are married today broke up at some point. My sister and her now husband broke up, and they've now been married over 1 million years. A long time, okay? They're still married. My best friend, they broke up and then they got married. Another girlfriend of mine, I was the bridesmaid at her wedding. They broke up and now they've been married over 15 years. Ask anyone you know who's married if they ever broke up before they got married to each other, and you will probably be pleasantly surprised at the response. They probably did. So if you had to break up with someone because they didn't want to get married and you decided, okay, I'm just gonna have to move on, then there's a very good chance that giving your ex-boyfriend time and space will make him realize what he missed, and he will come looking for you, okay? But you got to do no contact, and then if you do have contact with him, you have to sound happy and busy, happy and busy. You can't sound miserable. You can't keep asking, do you want to marry me yet? Do you want to marry me yet, even though I broke up with you? No, he has to come to the conclusion on his own that, oh my God, I made the biggest mistake of my life. I need to get her back. And if you have faith that the relationship was strong and that he loved you, and you left because he didn't want to get married and you did, then there's a very good chance you will hear from him. Okay? So to recap the signs that your breakup is not permanent, you're getting mixed messages, you broke up in the heat of an argument, the breakup was situational and not because of anything you or your partner did or didn't do, your ex is emotional around you, your ex is angry at you, your ex is asking mutual friends about you, they are jealous when they find out you're dating someone new, and then the bonus one for women only. You broke up with your boyfriend because he did not want to get married after several years of being together, okay? So now I want to hear from you. Do you fall into any of these categories? Is this your situation? If it is, then please comment below. And in the meantime, if you would like my help to get your ex back, you can contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. They are not on the website. The direct link is below every single video and podcast. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening to this as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.